Hello, everybody. Welcome back. We are outside. We're outside, everybody. I'm so sick of having conversations at the kitchen table. I'm over it. I wanted to change the scenery. We're getting some nature today. It's a beautiful day out. So here we are. We're just sitting out in the backyard. I quit, you guys. I quit my 9-to-5 job. That part of my life is now over. I already did my 2 weeks. Today was my last day, and it is done. The 9-to-5 corporate life is now not a thing for me anymore. Surprise! So, you all, before we get into everything, I have to say this up front here. I already know that people are going to be chomping at the bit to go into my comment section and say, you're crazy, this is stupid, this is a bad thing, you made a big mistake, this, that, and the other. And I just want to, just hear me out here for a second before you do that, please, if you don't mind. I just want to say this little part first. And then I have all of my reasonings and stuff that I'm going to talk about later in this video if you care to listen to it. But just hear this little bit out first. It's going to be a little bit of tough love, so just bear with me here. I feel like it's kind of necessary. This is not your life. This is not your life. This has absolutely zero bearing on what goes on over on your end, over in your life. This has nothing to do with you. I am not asking for anybody's permission here. I'm not searching for validation for my life choices. I don't need one single person out there to agree with me on this. This is not up for debate. This is not up for questioning. This is 110% what is happening because it is my life. And if that bothers you for whatever reason, you can just not worry about it because it's not your life. And again, it has zero effect on you. And again, if that bothers you still, you may want to reflect on perhaps why that bothers you, because again, it's my life, it's my decision. If it turns out to be a great thing, then that's great. If it turns out to be a mistake or a bad thing or whatever, that's great. What a great life lesson for me to have. But if I don't do anything, nothing at all happens. I know that my life is not normal and it doesn't make a lot of sense to a lot of normal people out there. Again, whatever normal actually means, that's okay. It's all right. Again, not seeking validation. This is just simply what's happening in my life right now. And honestly, I even debated on whether or not I was going to make this video, if I was even going to announce it and just make it a thing at all, or if I would just kind of just slowly go into my life as a full-time YouTuber and just not say a word. But so there's reasonings for why I decided to make this video. Ultimately, I'll get into all of that later, but I just wanted to set all of that up here properly for you guys. If you're feeling a certain kind of way about this, that's on you. It's on you. With all love and respect out there, I just don't waste your don't waste your time. Save the keyboard clicking for something else. Anyways, we're gonna get into it here. So if you know me and if you know the channel, then you know that this has been the goal basically the entire time, is to be a full-time content creator. I always started off this channel with that being the goal in mind. And that's not to say that I started this to make money or anything like that, because I have always had, for the past number of years here, I've had a stable job. I've been making enough money to pay my bills and this, that, and the other. So I never started this thinking like, yes, this is my ticket. Like I'm going to, make a lot of money off of this or whatever. Like that was never the purpose. The purpose and the goal was always to live my life, to share it with like-minded people and have an outlet for my creativity and this, that, and the other. But nonetheless, I always figured like this could be my job someday. Like maybe someday this could be the thing that I do full-time in my life as a career. When I was a kid, YouTube wasn't a thing. Like, being a content creator wasn't a thing. YouTube only started coming around when I was like in middle school, high school, social media in general. So this wasn't a thing. Like, this wasn't like a dream job of mine. It wasn't, it wasn't anything like that. But I did always know as a kid, like, I don't want to have a boring corporate 9-to-5 job. Like, I really, really, really did not want to have that. I never had aspirations to make a lot of money. I never had aspirations to climb the corporate ladder or anything like that. Like, I always wanted to do something different, something that offered me a little bit more freedom in my life. And that's why I've pursued in the past kind of weird jobs, like operating rides at Disney and working in national parks and stuff like that. That was always more my goal, always more what I saw for myself in life. But as it turns out, that's kind of exactly what happened to me. Like, I ended up getting, the birds are birding over here, but that's obviously what ended up happening to me anyway. Like, I've had a desk job now for over 10 years of my life. It's just one of those things that happens being an adult. What can I say? Wouldn't necessarily recommend in some ways. And before I say anything too bad here, I do want to take time to recognize how extremely lucky I have been to have had the jobs that I have had, to have had I don't want to say stable career, because I've had a lot of weird things happen to me in my career, businesses going out of business and losing jobs and stuff like that. It hasn't been the most stable thing in the entire world. But steady paychecks, more or less, is never a bad thing. And I have been very, very fortunate to have been able to work from home for a lot of my career. Even pre-pandemic, I was able to work remotely for a while, which is amazing, especially as a person who doesn't always have the best health. Like, I don't always feel very good every single day of my life. So to be able to continue to work through that, yippee skippy everybody, to be able to work through that and not have to use sick time or like go to the office and push through the pain and all of that stuff, to be able to just work from home in your pajamas when you're not feeling well, lay in bed or whatever, that's a huge privilege. That's amazing. And I definitely don't take that lightly. I've never taken that lightly. And just in general, having a job, period, having a steady paycheck, having enough money to pay bills, to buy groceries, to get gas, that has not always been the reality of my life. I very vividly remember many times in my life where I've struggled and I didn't have enough money to put gas in my car. I didn't have enough money to buy groceries, to get food, stuff like that. Like, I will never forget those times, and I will never forget what that feeling feels like. So it's just amazing to me that I've been so fortunate these past years, again, to have a job. This has literally been something that I have thanked the universe for every single day of my life, even though the 9-to-5 job has been hard and this, that, and the other. It's still a major, major blessing. So I don't want to negate that at all. It has played a very significant and important role in my life, and it's come with a lot of privilege and blessings and all of that stuff. So very, very, very grateful to have had the career that I have had. However, we're coming at a point now, and we have been at a point now, where it is extremely difficult for me to manage both a 9-to-5 job as well as YouTube. And ever since I've started YouTube, again, I've always come into this with the thinking of like, someday this is going to be my full-time career. So I have taken YouTube extremely seriously from day one with those intentions in mind. And so when you have 2 full-time jobs, essentially, that you're working, it's hard. It's not easy. And for me, my health has been on the decline. Like, I've been very open and honest with you guys about that, especially lately. Like, I have been dealing with a lot more health issues and more different health issues as well, like different things cropping up that I never had to deal with before, but now I am. So I want to say that first and foremost here, the big reason why I decided to quit my 9-to-5 job is for my health. It's for health reasons. Again, as fortunate as I am to be able to work remotely, it doesn't take away the fact that I am still doing a job. I'm still staring at a computer screen for 8+ hours, 5 days a week, sometimes more than that because of the kind of job that I have. A lot of overtime was sometimes required. Now, I scripted all of this out, okay, so I wouldn't forget anything, but I have persistent postural, perceptual dizziness. I just found that out like a few months ago, but it's my balance issues. And I've talked about my balance issues, my stability issues for a very, very long time. Like I get kind of dizzy pretty often. Again, I've been very vocal about this in the past, but staring at screens for long periods of time really, really affects that. And it has made it worse. So that's been a big thing. Also, the chronic fatigue. This is another thing that I've been very vocal about on the channel, especially lately. And it gets worse. Like it's been getting worse. It's something that I've noticed like a little over a year ago now, and it's just been declining like ever since. And it's at a point where it's getting rather debilitating for me. I've been noticing that I've been getting a lot more headaches. I don't eat well at this job. I certainly don't exercise enough too. And especially now that I have realized that I have ADHD, I see how much all of that has compounded and has made everything like so much worse and so much more difficult to handle. When you're neurodivergent, having a desk job is not impossible. I just want to throw that out there. This is not the lived experience of every single person who is neurodivergent. However, it can make it more difficult for you. And I've definitely noticed that with me. And then you put in 8 hours every single day. And for me, sometimes, a lot of the time, immediately, once I clock out, I am immediately clocking in to YouTube. And I immediately need to leave my house and go film a video. And then I got to edit that video and do the thumbnail and do the tags and do all of the stuff that comes along with YouTube while I am already absolutely zonked, like absolutely exhausted and have zero energy to do any of that. And, when you're making videos, you want to try to be bubbly and happy and like all of this stuff. And I just can't. I'm getting at a point where it is not at all possible anymore. So I say all of this to say because, again, like my health issues are the number one reason why I have decided to make this decision. But also, you guys, like YouTube or not, I would have looked for a new job probably a little while ago. Certainly now that I know again about the ADHD and all of that stuff, I would absolutely 110% still be in this position more or less. Your health should always be the most important thing. I need it to be the most important thing in my life, my health and my wellness. That is something that you can't really come back from, generally speaking, especially because I'm not a young person anymore. Like, I'm only getting older from here on out, It's just time for me to really start taking it a lot more seriously. And going to therapy now for a number of years here, I've talked to my therapist about this and like how I feel so overwhelmed. There's so many things that are going on in my life. Like a lot of days over here, from the second that I wake up to the second my head hits the pillow, I am working nonstop. There is no break. There is no rest. There is no time to eat. There is no nothing. It's just work constantly. So I would talk to my therapist about this and they would always be like, so what can you cut from your life to make your life easier? What, in all of the things that you have to do, is there something in your life that doesn't have to be there that can, make your life easier, that you can replace with rest and stuff? And unfortunately, it always comes down to YouTube. YouTube is the only thing in my life that I felt I could cut away. Have to have the 9 to 5 job. I live in a house. I got to manage the household. I have a relationship. I have a family, all of this stuff. You got to go grocery shopping. You got to clean the house. Like, you got to do all of this stuff. Like, there's certain things in your life that you can't cut out, or you're unwilling to cut out. And so YouTube always ended up being the first thing on the list of, like, this is kind of an extraneous thing, like, it doesn't have to be there. And so I understand that. And I'm sure a lot of people might be thinking that too. Like, well, just don't do YouTube. Don't do it as much as you do it. Don't put out, multiple videos a week. Just cut back on that and this and that. This entire time, more or less, have refused to do that. And I can be stubborn. So there is that. But for a majority of my life, that is all that I have been doing. I do give up my hobbies. I do give up my interests. I do give up so much stuff that I actually want to put my time and attention into, because there are other responsibilities that I feel I have to do. Or, I'm constantly doing other things for other people and just never putting myself first, never putting my interests first, my dreams, my goals. It's not something that I tend to do. And I think as a woman, a lot of us out there, we tend to do that to ourselves. And so this was just my line in the sand of, like, no, not YouTube. YouTube is the one thing in my life, and honestly, in my entire life, that was just for me. That was my decision. That's something that I can do for myself as an outlet, again, for my thoughts and my feelings, as a way to be creative, as a way to just do something that is just for me. And so it just sucks, because, like, I feel like every time we're in this position, it's like those are the first things that have to go, that have to be cut. So again, like, I'm at a point where it's like, no, we're not doing that. We're not doing that. But also, kind of speaking to that, another reason why I am quitting my 9 to 5 is also for other people, for the relationships in my life too, because I don't have to rely on PTO anymore. I can actually do things with Tampa J. I can actually go with him to places, and I can travel more. We can do more things together. It was not easy, and it was impossible for me to do all of these things with him. And it sucked, honestly. Like, I want to do these things with him. I do want to travel more. I want to go places with him and experience these things with him. And I wasn't able to do that with a 9 to 5. Now I can actually do that. The thought of that absolutely blows my mind. I'm so excited. We are both so excited. But also, like, for my family too. Like, I can do more for my parents. I can be more present in the relationships in my life, because I shouldn't be, like, as fatigued, as depleted as I am. I can actually maybe go visit my brother in Oregon. I haven't seen him in years. Like, there's so many things that I can do because this frees up so much of my time. And being your own boss, having your own schedule, just being on my own time, like, I am actually going to, for the first time in my life, I feel, actually be in control of my life, of my time. I'm going to be my own boss. I'm going to run my own business. And then finally, I'll just say this in terms of why I decided, to quit the 9 to 5. There's a lot of various reasons. I'm not going to get into all of them, but I wanted to say this last bit here. If I want my channel to grow, I have to quit the 9 to 5 job. Again, I'm at a point in my life, in my health, all of this stuff, where I cannot do them both at the same time. It is impossible. And I have kind of limped along, these past few years, because I was beating up myself over it. to be honest with you. I didn't understand why I couldn't manage both at the same time. We all only have so much time and energy and attention and this, that, and the other in a day. When you're spreading all of that out between multiple things, you're never giving 100% to all of those things. You're only giving a little bit of yourself. It's always best to narrow the focus in 100% on that one thing, or, the few things or whatever, to do them effectively. And again, I know it's kind of easier said than done, because we all have a lot of things that we got to focus in on and stuff like that. But with YouTube specifically, I know that I am not able to give it all of the time and attention and energy that I want to. And because of that, the channel isn't going to grow substantially unless I do that. So there comes a time when you kind of have to decide, I feel like, as a content creator, just speaking from that point of view, you kind of have to decide, when is that time to just dive head first and just focus in on that and nothing else. And I feel like I am at that point. And again, especially with all of the health issues and stuff that I'm dealing with too. So yeah, again, this was the goal. This was the dream. So it's time. It is time to put up or shut up. So yeah, I'm just going to leave it at this point. I know that I don't have to explain myself to anybody. I once again debated on whether or not this was even going to be a thing, if I was even going to announce it to you all. But I am, we're doing it here. And the main reason is because, the whole goal of this channel is to help people, whatever that may be. If it can be me providing information for you guys, or just putting a smile on your face, hopefully, entertaining you guys, whatever it may be, the goal of this channel has always been to help others. I want to say this part at the end in case this is helpful for anybody out there. I say this all the time. The stars are never going to align for you. Okay? There's never going to be a perfect time. There's never going to be a perfect situation. There's never going to be 10 million signs saying you should do this thing because it's totally going to work out for you and such. It's not going to happen. It's not possible. And if you keep waiting around for that stuff, you're just going to be waiting forever. I could sit around and wait for a better time to do this. I could save more money in my bank account. I could, wait until we buy a house. I could wait until I have so many odd subscribers. There's a lot of things that I could do to wait for a better time. But the thing is that time never comes. There will always, 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 always be something stopping you from doing the thing, from starting something. The important thing is to just simply start the thing. It's just to start the thing. Buy the guitar. Start taking lessons. Get some art supplies. Pull out the tarot cards. Start the YouTube channel. Whatever it is. Start unprepared. Start messy. Start with no idea of how the crap is going to end. None of that stuff matters. Just start it. Just do it. Just begin. If you don't do anything, nothing happens. Nothing happens. And if you keep being too afraid to fail, again, it's just nothing's going to happen. Failure is not really a thing, I feel like. It's just not really a thing. Sometimes stuff doesn't work out, but that doesn't mean that it was a failure. It can mean that there was just something else out there that was better for you, that was more correct for you. It could be a great life lesson, a great learning lesson. There's so many different reasons why things don't work out the way that we don't intend them to. But that is not a reflection. More often than not, it is not a reflection on you or how successful you can be. It's just one of those things. And you know, this is my thing here. You know, I just randomly started this YouTube channel kind of on a whim. And here we are, guys, like years later, and I'm achieving a goal, a dream. I never in a million years thought that this was going to happen for me, really and truly. You know, I had hopes, but I didn't really know like what the outcome was going to be. And here we are. And it's just because I took a chance and I worked hard at it. Life is so short. We only have so much time on this planet to do the things that we want to do. We should just do them. You know, again, there's never going to be a perfect situation. The political climate's never going to be great. You know, all of this stuff, like there's always going to be reasons not to do something, but you shouldn't let that stop you. You should just do it because you want to do it and you want to see what's going to happen, what's waiting for you on the other side. You never know where the road is going to lead you, so you might as well start walking down it, you know? So yeah, all of that, all of those cheesy lines aside here, guys, I just appreciate you all so much. Thank you for being with me this entire time. I mean, this is the most important part of it all, is you guys. Because I don't have a channel if I don't have you guys. We're not going to cry. We've done a lot of crying lately. We're not going to cry. Again, in my wildest dreams, I never would have thought that so many people would want to follow along with me on my life and like hear what I have to say and, you know, see what I'm up to and like all of this stuff. Like I would not have ever thought that that was possible, and yet here we are. And again, it's because of you guys that I'm able to do this, because you're tuning in, you're watching, you're commenting, you're liking, you're doing all of this stuff. And I just appreciate you guys so much. Thank you for helping me make this possible in my life, and for continuing hopefully to be with me on this journey going forward. Because you guys, like, once again, like I've said it in the past couple of videos, my entire life is changing. Everything is changing in my life, every single thing. No more 9 to 5. We're moving from this beautiful house, we're moving to another house, we're living with my parents, someday we'll buy a house. Like there's just like all of this stuff that's happening in my life. I'm exhausted. I don't know about you guys, but I'm exhausted. So I'm hoping for a little bit of rest here as well. But at the same time, like, gonna be working hard, you guys. I'm gonna be working hard for you guys. Gonna be pumping out the content, and I'm just so excited. I'm so like, I don't know when it's gonna hit me like that. This is life now, but it is, and I'm just so excited to finally be able to put in the time and the energy and the effort that I've been dying to do for this channel since, again, I started with it. Like, I can't wait, you guys. Like, I'm gonna hit it so hard. I'm really excited. So I hope that you guys are too. And thank you in advance for all of your support and your well wishes and stuff, because I know that they're gonna be out there. Thank you all. It was a wasp. Please don't fly on me, Mr. Wasp. But yeah, thank you guys so much in advance. And yeah, goodbye, corporate America. I hope I never have to see you again. I hope I never have to see you again. I can always get another job, you guys. That's the other thing. Like, I can always get another job. This isn't the end of all of that. But I have to at least try, you know? Let me at least try to do YouTube full-time and other things, because I have other ideas in the back of my brain of diversifying my income. But I'm just saying, like, just let me try it, okay? Worst comes to worst, I can always get another job. Anyways, all that being said, we will wrap this video up. Thank you again, everybody. I love and appreciate you all. Thank you for all of your support and for always being here. That's it. We're done. Goodbye, corporate America. Hello, YouTube. Hello, full-time content creation. I am ready. I'm excited. And my life is my life is completely changed. It is completely changed. So thank you all again for watching. I will see you all very soon. I hope you're doing well out there. Stay safe, stay healthy, and I will see you in the next one.